Welcome back, NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today I'm super excited because I'm looking at this request and I'm like, oh my god. Thank you, Matt, for sponsoring this amazing. This is going to be a trip. This is going to be a voyage. This is going to be a rite of passing. It's going to be just amazing. I mean, just look at this lineup. First of all, thank you so much, Matt, for requesting and sponsoring this request. This is going to be amazing. I mean, they're the people on here. I know these bands. I've heard of them. I've heard some stuff, of course. So we have Ennio Morricone, one of my all-time favorites. Movie composers. I mean, literally the guy was a legend. May he rest in peace. I have DVDs that I actually gifted to Alexia live in Munich. I love him. He's such an icon in music. I mean, he was so different from John Williams and from like Hans Zimmer. He had this other way of composing for scores, and so we have him. He's the marathon opener with The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And of course, I mean, I've heard this one before, but not in depth with headphones. I'm going to analyze this, of course, totally different. Then we have, and then I don't care how you say it, because this is a Frenchman, and the Frenchmen, we're going to address them in French, I guess. So this is Jean-Michel Jarre, and this is how the way you say it. And if it's like Jean-Michel Jarre in American, that's fine with me. But that's the way I would say it. Then we have Tangerine Dream, a band from Germany, which have not, that's the only one that I've not, we have a lot of CDs that we got from you guys, but we have not ventured into that band. But I do know that they're progressive, but not like rock. They're more like experimental, but I just know that they're great. And then we're going to close it off with Peter Gabriel. I mean, come on, that's going to be amazing. Peter Gabriel, the first, literally the video that started the whole channel, the video, the artist that we made the first video of, and then we said, well, this is so much fun. So I'm super excited. I've not heard this. So all in all, we're going to do Ennio Morricone, The Ecstasy of Gold. From the Ecstasy of Gold, I think, I don't know if that's the song that they use Metallica when they open up their concert, but it is from the motion picture or the album The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Then Oxygene Part 5 from the Oxygene trilogy, Jean-Michel. Then we're gonna do Tangerine Dream from Hyperborea. Okay, cool. This is a deluxe remastered version. We're gonna do Love on a Real Train from The Risky Business. Okay, I've seen that movie. Tom Cruise, awesome. And then we're gonna do A Different Trump by Peter Gabriel, and this is also Passion Music for The Last Temptation of Christ. Oh wow, so this is like a whole cinematic marathon. This is amazing. Okay, cool. Well, I'm totally down. Thank you, Matt, for this gift to the channel. A lot of people are going to enjoy this. Man. Well, let's go, let's just dive into it. There's some really longer songs, some shorter songs, but it's all in all beautifully orchestrated here, like the whole experience. Thank you, Matt. So here we go with The Ecstasy of Gold. And I'm sure I've heard this before, but never in this setting where I'm just going to pay 100% of my undivided attention to it. So here we go. Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm sure Ennio Morricone, because I think this came out 10 years before Star Wars. I mean, don't you think he inspired John Williams, you know, to do Superman and like E.T. and Star Wars? I mean, it sounds so. And then the singing and the trumpets, and he has such an amazing style. And if you've ever been to a Metallica concert, that's how they start off. They always play this song before they start to play. It's just such an, like it says, the ecstasy of gold, but it's like ecstasy. It's like for your senses, you know. It's amazing, this track, and I just love Ennio Morricone. And there's movies that are just literally one of my favorite movies because of his soundtrack. 1900, beautiful movie of this guy who basically is born on a boat, and he's like this piano player. And I don't want to spoil it too much, but watch that movie. Watch, if you haven't watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, watch the movie. It's amazing. Yes, it's a Western, but it's amazing. It's epic. It has an amazing cast, you know, Clint Eastwood, and has, I mean, I don't know, I don't remember the other two, but it has, I think, Klaus Kinski, and it's just amazing. Sergio Leone is a legend. He inspired Quentin Tarantino, and that's why Quentin Tarantino uses so much of Ennio Morricone's music. Kill Bill and Inglourious Bastards, and it's just so fitting and so cinematic. Like, go out and see the movie. Oh, I mean, rent it, buy it. They have like on IMDb like a perfect rating or Metascore, so it's crazy. So now we're gonna continue with the longest song. This is gonna be quite a journey. I've never heard this before, but I've heard people speak of it. This is Oxygene Part 5 of the Oxygene trilogy, and this is Jean-Michel Jarre. Here we go, man. So I don't know what to expect, but I just know this is gonna be awesome. So here we go. love this. Oh my god, it sounds literally a little bit like Tommaso Albinoni, the Adagio. Just the chords, you know, the way they're structured, but it is different, but beautifully. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Kraftwerk, but maybe not as much. It's just more like a keyboard layered, maybe more like Vangelis and Kitaro, you know, that kind of music. Beautiful. I could listen to this stuff all day. to get blocked. Honestly, I already took a chance with the, you know, the Ecstasy of Gold. Maybe because Metallica uses it so much, it's not gonna get blocked. But this, oh my god, I'm literally like hallucinating, and I'm not even like on drugs or anything. You know, like, I don't do drugs, but I highly, let's just stop it there. This is so good. I loved how it just started here, and it panned over to my other ear, and then back. Oh my god, just to do that, you know, just to record that, and then the way he like is playing that improvisation, and it sounds like a little bit like the bolero, you know. Oh my god, I have to play this to Alexia. Like, I have to like sit her down, or maybe lay her down, just lay her down on the floor and listen to this. I'm gonna do it. Maybe I should record it. It would be so good. Maybe we should do this one-time recording where Alexia's on the floor listening to this. You know what? If this video gets 200 likes, then I'll do it. Because I'm not just gonna do it for, like, you know, I really want people to be like, yeah, I want to see this. And 200 likes is nothing. Come on, you know. So good. Oh my god, thank you, Matt. I can't wait for Tangerine Dream and then Peter Gabriel to finish this off. Wow. Okay, let's continue. This is just mind-boggling. It's like literally like my IQ is rising with this music. It's literally, it's like I'm gaining intelligence back by listening to this. Wow. Wow. And just to think, Marley. Okay, he's not happy. What's going on? He's not happy. Well, I hope he wasn't doing that the entire song, but I couldn't hear him. You know what? Let me go and look at the door. Maybe somebody is there. And I'm back. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for the interruption, but yeah, I did have some people in front of my door. The next door neighbor from a building away from us. I don't know why, like, they had like the same number, but not quite on a package. Something for cats. We don't have cats, so. Oh, apologies. I got some water while I was out there. This is what I love about Colorado or Denver or just like living in cold weather, that you can have your, your sodas or your waters. This is water, by the way. You can just have them outside on your balcony, and you don't need to, have them in your fridge or in your, they're just ice cold right up from the nature. Okay, so this was amazing. Now we're gonna continue with Love on a Train from the movie Risky Business. So I might have heard this because I've seen the movie, but I wouldn't recall. Let's just get into it, and then we're gonna have Peter Gabriel. Also, I wanted to hear this Ennio Morricone track is from 1967, so definitely must have inspired someone, maybe even James Horner, who wrote the Alien theme, which I love. And also, guys, if you would like to see us reacting to themes, theme songs, or just scores, let us know, because we've been talking about it, because we love that kind of music. Then Oxygene Part 5, that can't be right, 2016. It must be like a compilation, but I'm sure it's from the 70s or 80s. Then the Tangerine Dream, 1983. Okay, this makes more sense. Oh, I love the cover. And then Peter Gabriel, this is from 1989, and I guess this is from the movie from Martin Scorsese, The Passion of the Christ. No. The Last Temptation of Christ, that's the movie. Okay, here we go. Tangerine Dream. Really cool. I love this synth. You gotta love the 80s, man. I mean, this must have, I mean, this is what inspires so much music that I listen to, like Matt or Eric. Check out, well, you know what, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna make a video. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna make a video for you guys with some really awesome synth, and I'm sure you don't know, but it's like, it's legit, like straight taken out of the 80s. Like, but it's done now. This is a guy now who does music, synth music, and it literally sounds straight out of, it could be in an 80s movie. It's so good. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'll have it as a surprise. This was beautiful. I love the just like with one keyboard and this, like the train, you know, you could hear like, this is not a song that I recall from the movie. It's so crazy to think back when Tom Cruise was still like just an actor, and now he's like this, like this daredevil. Like he's so crazy. I love him to death. I mean, I don't think Tom Cruise, because we talk a lot about movies, I think he's a fabulous actor. I've always loved him. He's always been very professional. He knows, I don't know. I mean, interviews wise, you know, up for debate, but you can't deny that he's an amazing actor. And then suddenly he became older and he became like this. First we had just good movies, right? Like Rain Man and like this movie, or Days of Thunder, or just like the first Top Gun. It was just, you know, he's a good looking guy and he's a good actor, you know. Like for example, the one with Jack Nicholson, you know, with the Court movie with Demi Moore. But then he came like this, I don't know if it's to do with maybe getting older, that he has to prove that. I mean, he does all of his stunts, he flies his own jets, his helicopters, he holds his breath for I don't know how many. It's just amazing what the guy does. I mean, you have to respect him. I know I don't agree with his like beliefs and stuff. I mean, but that is his thing. I respect it. I don't understand it, I guess, but that's why I respect it. But you have to like respect the man who does stuff like that. Like, you know, just the stuff he does is insane in the movies. I've not seen all of his movies, but just the movies I've seen are just crazy. So enough about Tom Cruise. This is about music. Here comes Peter Gabriel. This is just going to be wonderful. I've never heard this, but I know I love Peter Gabriel. The little I've heard, we've done like 3 or 4 reactions on the channel. But here we go. And thanks again, Matt, for choosing this very international. I don't know if you named it that way. I have to check the email, but I love, we have some Italian Ennio Morricone. We have a French Jean-Michel or Jean-Michel. Then we have a German band, Tangerine, and Peter Gabriel from England. I mean, I'm very proud to be, you know, half German, half Italian, because of this music. You know, I've always been very proud of when I listen to Bach or Beethoven or Vivaldi or Niccolo Paganini. I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool, you know, to be born in that part of the world. Yeah, so all right, so here we go with Peter Gabriel, A Different Drum. Here we go. Wow. This was quite something. Wow. This was amazing. Thank you so much for this gift. Thank you so much. This track, wow, just his voice, you know, just with his voice and his with his vocalist that he has, and I love that Peter Gabriel has this amazing relationship with these amazing musicians from, you know, from countries like Africa and Somalia and I mean, and they have like these amazing voices to give this atmosphere. And I love that it was just more like a drum circle with this beautiful atmosphere, beautiful harmonies, and Peter Gabriel's voice is warm, and I was literally tearing up. I have something that I want to play you guys, but I'm gonna do another marathon. It would be too long. I don't want it to get lost, because people tend to kind of like only watch a certain amount of minutes. That's why sometimes I do like to kind of like put it in a chapter. I'm gonna do this because this needs to be listened to either in complete or at least separated. But if I add another one, it would be too long, and then I don't want that to get lost. But I'll make a marathon of the person that I'm thinking of. Is exactly this kind of music. So I hope everybody enjoyed as much as I did. This was wonderful. It was literally, like I said at the beginning of the video, it was a voyage. It was a trip, an experience, you know. So thank you so much for being here, you know, for liking the video, for commenting, you know, for maybe even subscribing, whatever you like, you know. If you don't like the video, you can dislike it. I'm still gonna see, you know. So it's just great to do this for people and just to put the music out there and, you know, to support the artists, you know. And I love that a lot of people are like, hey, you know, I bought that record because you made that reaction, you know. And I think this is more like I told Alexia the other day, you know, I don't think we're a reaction channel at all. This is not a reaction channel. This is more like this is more like a review or like a discovery. Like a discovery channel. This is literally like, because I don't know. I mean, I guess because our reactions are very subtle, and I do react and I do tend to open my eyes, and but I guess our reactions are very subtle, and I mean, you guys know us. So but well, again, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in the next one, and thank you, Matt, again. Goodbye.